It's been 7 months since the big discontinued message happened on Dungeon Quest. Or almost 8 months if you want to include the Christmas update being kind of the final update to the game. So what has happened to these 7 months that this game has pretty much been discontinued in the public? Has it really died as people have said? Has it stayed alive? Has it grown? Has it happened? What exactly has happened? If we look at Raleigh mods right here on Dungeon Quest and we look exactly at the amount of concurrent players, yes, it has technically gone down on average to like 1,000 players in all these 7 months. This goes all the way until February 2, which is 1 day before the big message was revealed. Same thing here, new visits, it's gone down from a consistent of maybe 500,000, 400,000 to 250,000. But like percentage on the other hand has gone up, going not by a lot, but still going near that 92% total, despite it being discontinued. And the new likes are, well, a continuation of this. And new favorites have definitely gone down, being some days going over 5,000 or 7,000 even, down to like 2,000 or 3,000 new favorites per day, but it's still a crazy amount. Although seeing there is a decline, there's still some active servers. For example, this lobby 2 that was the first lobby 2 that I ended up joining has some active people chatting and everything. It has a general community still remaining, but definitely not as strong as before. Trading has taken an even bigger hit. For example, here 2 minutes, but then we go here 4 hours, 15 minutes, 15 minutes again, 15 minutes, then 10 minutes. Like, there isn't a substantial amount of time between trading. Trading has pretty much disappeared on the Discord. On both channels, whether it's Abyssal Void or the old one, it's been mostly disconnected or has been removed. Fortunately, there isn't as much cross-trading as there was before, because there was. The request channels are even worse though, because right now, there is a safety message that pops up every hour, but between those, only 2 or 3 messages appear, meaning only like there's a request every 20 minutes, or sometimes even 1 per hour, which is insane. Meaning just looking for a team or anything to play a dungeon here, right here, is probably unlikely to happen. Like here, the message doubled up and there was no messages between that hour. So honestly, it's pretty unviable to do it here and it's mostly done in game. Another thing that's been happening, a lot of mods since the discontinuation have been leaving and not really mods have been joining the team since then. If we look at the staff movements from the day it happened all the way to now, there's been approximately 15 staff that had quit and only a single one that joined for no particular reason. Another thing that I would like to add on in general is that I feel that a good amount of the audience that is currently playing Dungeon Quest is kind of unaware of Dungeon Quest being discontinued as well. Now, that may feel weird that the game hasn't received an update in like over 7 months, and you say, oh, they don't recognize it. But I do have a reason to believe this. Now, that's a pretty big claim, me saying people don't know, even though after being 7 months, it should be rather obvious. But I have stuff to back this up. For starters, when they announced their announcement of no longer updating or quote-unquote slowing down the updates, they didn't ping it. There was nothing. Despite the fact that all those announcements that they did in the dev channels, the last 10, every single one had a ping, which is a massive, really weird red flag. But you might say, that's a little ridiculous. People should know by now. It's been 7 months and there's been YouTubers who upload videos on it. There's no one who doesn't know about it. I mean, it's obvious. And that's what I thought. But no, it is quite the opposite. So many people don't know. I mean, take a look at this. This is 7 months after, and half of these messages, which were in the last only 72 hours, were just asking if the game stopped updating. People have not realized yet. Heck, the crazy part is I even DM'd some of these people, and yeah, I did confirm some of these have not found out until I DM'd them 7 or 8 months later after the goddamn game discontinued, which is insane. Like, take example this DM. Heck, here's another person who found out through my DMs. It's crazy that they find out through a random YouTuber creator DMing them 7 months after the game discontinued and not through any other method. Honestly, it's crazy, and I feel like it contributes to a certain amount of player base that's still playing that they still have not realized. But it's not 100% either. There is other factors that help the game stay alive for the player count it has. One of the things that keeps this game going is basically how popular it was before, since it used to be one of the most popular games on Roblox back in 2019 or maybe 2020. And a lot of those players who played want to come back after a few years to visit their nostalgia game, see how it's been, or anything like that. And that may influence a certain amount of players who return and then find out that the game doesn't have that many updates anymore. Another reason is due to the amount of the visits the game has. This game has over 2 billion visits. That's a lot. And that may help it on the Roblox algorithm of getting some certain players and their players who are lower levels here experiencing the game for the first time and progressing through it, increasing the game's player count. And that's pretty much in terms of players. Now, in terms of gameplay or additions to the game, well, there's been nothing. What do you expect? All these cosmetics right here also still say last day. Last day for 7 months. And there's been updates technically added to the game. It's kind of weird because if we look at the game's page, the last time the game updated was not very long ago, but there was nothing added. Now, this can be either one of two things. Either option A, it can be a small bug fix or a bug fix that no one really noticed, but it got fixed. Or B, they added quote-unquote an update so it doesn't appear that the game isn't updated anymore for the Roblox audience. Which one is that? Well, I don't really know, and I'll let you guys watching this video decide that for yourselves. Yet despite Dungeon Quest being confirmed no longer updating for 7 months, I'm still somehow making content on it, which is just weird to think about now. But that's pretty much it. Do you think Boldex will ever reconsider on updating the game again? Or do you think like they will sell it to another company or another person so they can update it? Who knows? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. It says you'll like the video on the screen right now, and waddle out, my friends.